wondering where Morris was. I hadn't seen him out the window, but he just walked up. That's a relief. He was, oops, my shoe got caught. He was in the cat hotel in his little cubby. Here you go, Tux. At midnight when I brought Tux in and created him. So I knew he was okay. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Everybody's here. So what have we gone? A full week now with no chickens down here visiting? I'm relieved, really, honestly. Mostly because I don't need anything else that requires me to feed it. And I didn't want the damage in the yard, what I consider damage. So the fact that there haven't been any chickens coming down to visit for over a week is good. It's going to be in the upper 40s today, and we have definite melting happen. I can see even the icicles there on the roof are dripping. So I expect the big drip in a little while. Right now we have a little drip. This is very shady over here. Even in the wintertime when there aren't any leaves on the trees, this is very shady. So no real surprise that it looks like we haven't had much melt yet, right? But then if you look in front of me here where there's more sun, and you look across the other side of the creek straight ahead, and up the hill, you see all the snow is gone. So, I can pretend like we still have snow. I can look right here and pretend there, snow. But let's be honest, most of the snow around here is gone. And I'm sure if we go away from the house where there aren't so many trees, we won't be seeing a lot of snow. So it was nice. I had a real snow this year, and I got to build my snowmen. And I have, I'm feeling we were probably between the two snows. We were getting close to. It used to be a 6-inch average. Now it's a 5-inch average. So, we can say we had a real winter. We had a few nights in the teens. We had a snowpack for a couple days. This is closer to an average, a real winter for us. Some Januaries recently we've been in the 70s, and too warm for January, and I am so pleased they are still standing. They've lost all of their face stuff. The heart is still on the one snowman, but all the face stuff is out on the ground. Usually I leave it down there, but if I could come along with a little bit of snow, pack the holes and put it back in, but then I'm liable to accidentally push one of the heads off the snowman. So this is what snowmen do, right? They melt. All of us old farts, we learned that watching Frosty the Snowman as kids, right? They melt. But everything is looking good out here. What was I reading? We're like, I think this flag needs fixed. We're 2 weeks away. No, it's still on there. We're that flag is leaning a bit, but it's okay. What are we, like 2 weeks away from changing the clock and getting more sunlight in the morning? That'll be good. All right. Oh, I forgot to tell A good morning, and so this guy didn't come up. Let me step in the garage and do that. There we go. I hear a woodpecker. Saw an awesome video of a pileated woodpecker looking for a video of insects on a tree, and how they slurp the insects in with his beak, the right word. I'm just looking over here. I think the suet is all gone, so I'm going to have to send Don over. I see some birds beneath over there, probably crumbs on the ground. Don will be thrilled And I want him to go put more suet over there. But the birds have been eating it and the cats haven't been going over there, and it's working right now. My supporting cast is just following me around, enjoying the walk through the yard. Yeah, I shouldn't have to crate tucks anymore, hopefully this winter. I don't think we're going to be down in the low 20s again, or teens. I think that's done. And we have some 60-degree temps this coming week. I didn't say we weren't going to have another freeze or another frost. I just don't think it's going to get to be, you know, the dangerously low temps that I don't want him to have to endure at his age for hours and hours. So, yeah. Let me clean out the water. Yep, there's that beautiful blue sky. Good morning, Gray. Good morning. Hi. Hi. That was a pig purr. Hi. Good girl. So today's the day?
I guess so.
I gave him a choice. He acts so put upon sometimes. Y'all must think I torture him.
Remember, my goal with exercise is to get it over. It's not to start.
We're going to go in the weight room and see what we can do. Okay, we're going to try not to kill ourselves and see what we can do.
Or break or anything.
So it's been forever since I did this. And yeah, Don just gets on it and plows through it like it's no big deal. And me, I've got my heart up to 160 super fast.
That's okay.
But over time, we could do better, right?
I do not want to go for 30 minutes.
We're trying to warm up on the elliptical. We weren't really here to do the elliptical. But you got to warm up a little bit. I'm going to be so...
This for Susie and JV.
I'm going to be so behind. I told Don I needed to see a treadmill performance. He's figuring out the machine. Go, Donnie, go!
There's my workout queen right there. She's doing leg curls or leg extensions type things.
Yeah, well, this is one of the things we wouldn't have any way to do at home, right. You know? That we have to basically, the desk cycle would do good as a sitting bike here, but
yeah.
Although the back is pretty comfortable on that.
Yeah. Well, we're getting used to the machines, learning how to adjust them, finding all the little levers, things you have to pull.
A few muscles been worked today that
just a
don't
few.
get worked on a normal day.
Normally I just run my mouth.
My favorite was Don on the treadmill running fast.
Yeah.
That was my favorite so
Thank
far.
you.
Okay, your turn.
Oh, that's plenty.
So that's 3 pounds?
No, that's I can't see.
Okay,
35.
But it's on number 3.
It's on them. I think they're 15 pounds a piece.
Okay, I did number 1 and 1 was good for me.
If you want to do a unicycle, get you one of these.
And start.
This is a good unicycle practice toy. Because that's how it feels on the unicycle. Of course, this one wiggles way more.
My finger may have been in the way of the microphone, so Don said this is a good pre-unicycle riding practice toy. Wow, you're so impressive.
I don't know. I think the unicycle was cheating. But if you want to ride a unicycle, you don't want to buy a unicycle.
I'm going to hold on to him and see how hard it is. I already know I can't do it, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't try to do it. I went on to Don with both hands and then one hand, and then I actually let go, but his hands were still there for a minute.
Yeah, catch her, just in case.
Just in case. I did better than I thought. This is from Amazon, apparently.
Yeah.
It's Nantong Ironman Sporting Industrial, Carb Phase 2 and TSEA Title 6 compliant.
Yeah, whatever that means.
You too can order one and have fun and have a spotter.
All I can tell you is that if you can stay balanced on that, you can ride a unicycle.
Well, I did pretty good.
Right.
Oh, stop looking like you're dying.
I'm dying.
He's not. He has to work to get his heart rate over 100, for God's sake. I'm fine sitting down on the bicycle, but the elliptical is a little goals. I mean, I can do it, don't misunderstand, but Just trying not to overdo it on the first time out, because that's why people don't come back. I guess we were in there about an hour. Close to, we did, and we did, I did 30 minutes on the bicycle thing.
Between the bicycles and the, yeah, she did 30 minutes.
Well, I did 30 minutes on the bicycles, and then I did whatever weights we did, plus I did 20 of the steps. All right,
We didn't do enough sets, but we did
well,
all.
what I was trying to say is I feel like we don't need to walk any farther, because we certainly got in as much or more exercise than normal. I'm going into Guardian Angel, and he's going to fall asleep. That's how this is going to work. How exciting. I saw some Easter stuff out. I think this is the cutest for outside, but then I'd have to store it. If that little wicker table were white, it would be going home. I've got a bunch of towels and a bunch of flags. So Guardian Angel was super crowded today. I think everybody that didn't get to go on whatever day they didn't get to go, they were in there today. And they had put out some Easter stuff, so I grabbed hand towels and pillows and big flags and little flags and maybe a couple of other things. And I chatted with all of my friends, which is half the reason why I go up there. And yeah, it was good. And Don's gonna let me go into the dollar store in Harris Teeter, and then we're hungry, we're headed to the house. I'm gonna cook something. I think we're getting a couple of level 2 chargers here. They have got one post you can see on the cement over there, then probably another post there in between the two ballasts. I don't know why they're done differently. Oh, EV Revolution on the cone. Move up, Donnie. It says EV Revolution Design Construction. So, I don't know. There's definitely putting in chargers over here. It's about time.
Yeah. Well, you can look at the size of the conduit. You can see the bolts that the pedestal will mount to straight ahead here.
Yep.
But
Here, I'll zoom in. But yes.
You can see the bolts that are set in the concrete.
Yep.
And then you can see the size of the conduit. That's not a very big conduit. So that's just going to be an AC level 2 type charger. Nothing special. But hey, it will be appreciated. I'm not.
Yeah, and I'm going to just guess that this one is not handicapped and this one is handicapped because of the thing there, and that each one of these is going to handle up to 2. But we'll see. Hopefully they're going to put, you know, the paint on the ground that says these are EV spaces. I have to ask though, there's like an electrical box thing over there, but I have to ask is why on this side of the parking lot? I mean, I get why the handicapped one might be, but why on this side of the parking lot? Because these are the spaces closest to everything. So again, it just makes people mad at EV people. Oh, they get to park closer. Well, we didn't tell somebody where to put them in the parking lot.
Well, the thing I'm questioning is that piece of concrete, they cut the asphalt out right there to put the piece of concrete in, and the post to protect that charging stand. But that one back there, they put it not in the parking lot, but outside the parking lot. I wonder, I don't see any trenching that has been done, and I don't remember that being there. Is it possible they just came by and put the post up? And but I would have saw concrete pad with conduit sticking out, and this one down here, the conduits.
Oh, there was. We looked all over this lot. There was nothing over here before that indicated chargers were coming.
Yeah. Well, what I'm getting at is I wonder where the trenching is. That conduit just comes up out of the ground there, and it doesn't look, the soil does not look disturbed. Maybe this was done months ago and it's really covered over that well, because those guys, they tear out, those plants have been there, they would have dug them up and thrown them on the ground. You know how construction guys are.
The cement looks really new, but then I don't know, Donnie, they snuck it in on us, because I swear we drove around the lot specifically several times looking for charging infrastructure. The only thing that could have confused us is the light poles took forever to be put on, and there were all these pieces of conduit everywhere out of the ground, and maybe our blinder said look for high-powered conduit instead
this
of...
pole is different. This pole and that conduit running there is different. That's a square pole. All the light poles are these fancy
Yeah, you're
kind
right.
of scallop poles.
Oh, well, you know what that's going to be for, Donnie.
Camera?
That's going to be when they decide to start charging for parking over here. And they're going to put the kiosk over there in that spot. I don't really know, but I think that's what that is. That's going to be the emergency call box for the police, like where you can run to safety in the middle of the lot or something like that. It's sort of, this pole here where those girls are, that one doesn't have a light on top of it.
But is that a camera on these poles?
Yes.
So they already have cameras.
They already have cameras.
So
Whoops, stop for a second. There's nobody behind on. I'm trying to get the camera to show you the... See, there is a camera on the light pole there.
Yeah, there's a camera on every light pole.
Yeah, so I don't know. This one is something different, and I'm going to say they're planning to start charging at some point in the future, and that's where the thing is going to go. The kiosk is going to go.
Okay, well, time will tell.
There is, if you go this way, you can see they still have the temporary... You should go this way because there's one wide piece of conduit sticking up out of the ground next to these boxes here. And that is sort of freshly trenched. See the straw? See the straw on the ground?
Yeah, well, I still say because of the concrete, but somebody would have had to put that, they'd have been perfect, awful good. They don't usually bury conduit and then you go dig up the conduit. They would bury the conduit and stick it up so you could see it above ground. They don't hide it below ground. So I don't know, kitten. Hey, I'm just thrilled that they're getting a charger. So that's good enough for me. A couple chargers.
Right. And I was trying to zoom back out there for a while, so I'm sorry I was in and out on Don a couple times while he was talking. I was trying to get him better framed. I had zoomed in on the one thing and then...
Well, it's a downright zoo traffic-wise down here today.
Yeah, it's very busy in town today. We got nice enough weather and... Yeah, well, we went by and first I saw the cones and then I saw the ballast and then I knew there was EV chargers going in there. It was just sort of that quick.
Well, you know, the North Carolina, the Dieselgate settlement, they were supposed to put chargers all over, and I'm sure they've published where they were going to put them. And one of them was supposed to be Tractor Supply here.
Right, Starbucks Tractor Supply parking lot.
Right, but those are supposed to be DC fast chargers. So.
And that never happened.
And that has never happened. And you know, it makes sense if they would have moved it over here, but those are not DC fast chargers. That's not enough infrastructure there to put it. It would be great to have a couple DC fast chargers.
Right, I guess if you're passing Fuquay now and it's an absolute emergency, you have some place you can plug in without having to call us and see if you can swing by the house. I mean, really, but yep, that is a Rivian.
Yep. Well, you're always welcome to call us and swing by.
Yep.
I'm always available.
Yeah. Don will even let special people that visit plug in when it's peak electricity.
Yeah.
I guess he really couldn't see there. It is really hard to see back over your shoulder.
Well,
funky angle. Right. Well, you're supposed to look for yourself and make sure it's okay.
That's
and
correct. And
not trust the person waving you on.
Especially a Tesla driver.
Funny.
It could be FSD driving the car.
So I saw on X that there were some numbers out about Rivian, and I don't understand the earnings report numbers like Rob Maurer does. Okay, I'm not going to even pretend that I understand that stuff. But apparently, one thing was announced that they were profitable, but then Hallmark's catalog explained that they really weren't profitable. I don't know. I'm not pulling against Rivian. But some people were exaggerating how good the earnings report was, apparently, and then other people were slamming those people apparently for misinforming people or over exaggerating the earnings report numbers. And then some of us, we just don't understand the earnings report numbers. Just tell us if they're doing good or not, because I'm not a investment analyst. So, but that got a little tense, I guess, on X yesterday. Along with everything else on X, it got a little tense. This is what I got at the Dollar Tree. This is for the village tree garland. I know the Eastern garland I have is not in good shape. They had some nice St. Patrick's Day garland, so I really could stand to go up in the attic, see what I do or don't have, and then go back and buy some if I need to. Here's the haul from Guardian Angel. I've been cutting off price tags and tags and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really nice towels, which I can use at Easter if I need them, but really spring into summer, I guess. No Easter bunnies or anything for sure. Birthday bag and 2 Easter bags. Fun with the kitties. Johnny's apartment in the fall. We have a set of these in pretty much every color that I bought for $1 or $2 at Guardian Angel. So Johnny really likes those for meals. I'm gonna send a couple with him. And then a big flag that has garden stuff on it. A welcome with butterflies. A autumn with sunflowers, and a summer sunflower butterfly. Boy, that one sure is pretty. Oh, and a summer village piece that matches the village pieces I have upstairs in the attic. Super excited find.